What is your top 10 most favorite Dragon Ball Z movie of all time?
Let's settle this. I'm a Super Saiyan 3 now. I don't like the feel of this. You act innocent, but you're deadly. I'm going to make you pay!
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Dragon Ball Z Discussion, where we do weekly discussion about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Today's discussion is going to be a little different. It's going to be based on my top 10 list discussion. Today I'm going to do a discussion of what is my favorite top 10 Dragon Ball Z movie. Because in total there's around, I believe, 17 Dragon Ball Z movie, or 19 including the TV special and everything. So out of all of them, and yes guys, I am going to include TV special in this list. So out of all those movies that have been released so far, Dragon Ball Z, people ask me that what is your favorite Dragon Ball Z movie? What is your top 10 favorite Dragon Ball Z movie? So that's why I'm here to make a discussion about my favorite top 10 Dragon Ball Z movie, and I want you guys to comment and just share with me and tell me what is your top 10 Dragon Ball Z movie after you watch my list. This was kind of hard to make because all the Dragon Ball Z movies really good, but out of all of them I chose 10 that made me really love the movie, that I could sit there and just keep rewatching and not ever get bored. So guys, let's get to the discussion. Coming in at number 10, we got Return of Cooler. The reason why I added this to my list is because we got all the Z fighters going back to planet Namek to save it again from its demise. We saw them go once there to fight Frieza, now they're going there again to fight Cooler this time. And when Goku gets there, we see a reincarnated Cooler, but a metal form, and he starts to fight with Goku, and we see a great fight with Super Saiyan Goku and Metal Cooler. And then one of my favorite part inside this movie was we see Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta teaming up to defeat the enemy. And my favorite part was when Goku was about to die because Cooler was choking him to death. We see Vegeta's epic moment when he comes to save Goku. Coming in at number 9, we got Android 13 movie. Inside this movie, we got Dr. Gero's android going back in a rampage to kill Goku, and this time there's 3 androids. The main android is Android 13, and we see Goku and the Z Fighters go to a icy mountain to fight these androids. And not to mention, Future Trunks was inside this movie too, fighting one of these androids. And an awesome part about this movie was we see Android 13 absorb the other 2 remaining androids, and he transformed into a beast form. My favorite part inside this movie was when Goku gathered the Spirit Bomb. Instead of using the Spirit Bomb, he absorbed the Spirit Bomb, and he absorbed all that energy, and he went and killed Android 13 with one blow. Coming in at number 8, we got Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans. The reason why I added this to my list is because this movie was awesome. It had all the enemy from the previous Dragon Ball Z seasons returning back to life. So we saw Frieza, Cooler, Turles, Lord Slug, and we saw all the enemies come back to life and they start fighting the Z Warriors. While one of their main enemy named Hachiak, who is one of a Tuffle, comes to planet Earth to take revenge for the Saiyans, all the Saiyans that killed the Tuffles. And we see a nice, awesome showdown with Super Saiyan Goku and Hachiak. And one of my favorite part was seeing Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan and Goku teaming up to beat Hachiak. And all the Z Fighters was involved inside this movie. All of them had their share attack on Hachiak. And this is why this movie was amazing and it was really enjoyable to watch. And that's why I added this on my list. Coming in at number 7, Bojack Unbound. Bojack Unbound was a really great movie, and it had to do with Gohan. This movie is just based on Gohan. After when Gohan beat Cell and when Goku sacrificed his life, they show what happened, what Gohan did a little bit during the 7 years time gap. And we see that the Z Fighters get into a world martial arts tournament where they're fighting mostly a lot of people, and the winners gets to go, the top four people gets to go to a galaxy. And when they get there, they see an enemy named Bojack, who was released from the Yeti Star after the fight with Gohan and Cell. And when Bojack came, Bojack started beating the crap out of Gohan and the rest of the Z fighters, and we see Bojack green version of his Bojack. And then we see Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan being pushed to use his Super Saiyan 2 power, and when he transforms to Super Saiyan 2, he beats the crap out of Bojack. And not to mention, my favorite part inside this movie was when Goku comes to save Gohan from being crushed by Bojack, and he decks Bojack right in the face. Coming in at number 6, we got Lord Slug. In this movie, it was a really great movie. It was like one of a ride movie for us Z fans, because we see Lord Slug, who's a Namekian himself, comes to take over Earth. And when he gets there, he is known as a Super Namek because he could transform into a giant form. And when he gets there, we see that he's after Dragon Ball so he could make himself young. And that we see Goku and him are going at each other, they're fighting. He stood no chance against Lord Slug. And at the end, we see Goku transform into a Super Saiyan, false Super Saiyan you could say, where he had no control over his own power. And he beat the crap out of Lord Slug until he lost the power. Watching that movie, especially when Goku turned into Super Saiyan, false Super Saiyan, was just epic as hell. And watching him kill Lord Slug with the Spirit Bomb was also epic, and that's why I added this into my list. Coming in at number 5, we got Tree of Might. This movie was a very well done movie, and I really love this movie because we see a evil Saiyan who looks just like Goku named Turles. I even made a video discussion based on this topic if you guys want to go check it out. So anyways, Turles comes to Earth and he grows a Tree of Might inside Earth, which is a tree that absorbs all living energy. And when the Z Warrior tries to stop him, he takes a bite from the Tree of Might fruit and he gets even stronger and ends up beating up Goku and everyone else. But you know Goku, when it comes to it, Goku never gives up and he goes and powers up the Spirit Bomb and kills Turles with that Spirit Bomb. And that's the reason why I added it to my list, because I really love seeing the fight between Turles and Goku. We see it's like an evil Goku versus Turles himself. Coming in at number 4, we got Cooler's Revenge. Now this movie was really awesome because we got Cooler, who is Frieza's brother, comes to Earth to avenge Frieza because he heard that a Saiyan who lives on Earth killed his brother. And when he gets there, he first injures Goku, and later when Goku gets healed up with the Senzu Bean, they go at each other again until Cooler transforms into his super form, which gave him the upper hand. But knowing Goku, we see him transform into a Super Saiyan, and for us this is like the second time we see Goku transform a Super Saiyan after the fight with Frieza, and he was superior to Cooler in every way, as he goes and kills Cooler by using the Kamehameha, which sent him towards the sun. The reason why I added this to my list is because this movie took place right after the battle with Frieza, and it's like we see a mini rewatch of Goku versus Frieza, but this time it's his brother. Coming in at number 3, we got Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. Broly is by far one of my favorite DBZ villain of all time, and I think he's the best villain in Dragon Ball Z, like one of the best. As we see Broly fights the Z Warriors, and when we see Goku, that really pisses Broly off because we don't know why. He just has some little hatred towards Goku because Goku made him cry when he was a baby. So we see Broly transform into a legendary Super Saiyan when he saw Goku, and he just toying with the Z fighters. And the reason why I added this to number 3 is because we got all the Z fighters fighting Broly as he takes his hatred towards Goku, and not to mention we see that Vegeta was acting like a coward as he was scared to fight Broly. My favorite part of this movie was when Goku gets the energy from the Z Warriors and he goes and punches Broly right in his stomach, as that gave Broly the final blow to kill him, which made Broly send flying out of the planet. Coming in at number 2. Now this one was a tie because I could not decide which one to add, so I added both, and that is we got Fusion Reborn and Battle of Gods. Fusion Reborn was added because this movie was epic, as we see Goku and Pikkon went to hell to fight an enemy named Janemba, and we see Goku doing his epic transformation as he transformed into a Super Saiyan 3 and beats the crap out of Janemba until Janemba transformed into his final form. At first, they were both tied when we see Super Saiyan 3 and Janemba fighting, but later Janemba got the upper hand when he had the sword. The best part of this movie was when Vegeta comes to help Goku and he agrees to fuse with Goku, and that's why this movie is called Fusion Reborn, because Goku and Vegeta do the fusion and Gogeta was born as he went and killed Janemba with just one blow. Watching this whole movie was giving me the chills and it was really awesome. And now the reason why I added Dragon Ball Z Battle of God to be number 2 and tied with this list is because this movie was very amazing. It was really awesome. As we see, Dragon Ball Z Battle of God takes a whole new level to the Dragon Ball Z movie world, where we see a god of destruction wakes up from his slumber named Beerus, and he goes to search for a Super Saiyan god, a new form. As he first goes to Goku and beats the crap out of Goku while he's in Super Saiyan 3 form. Then when Goku comes back to fight Beerus again, we see that Goku transforms into the Super Saiyan God state, as we see an epic battle with Beerus and Super Saiyan God Goku. And we even saw Vegeta get a shot at Beerus, and this movie was really great. It tells you about this movie took place right after the Buu arc. And it's one hell of a movie, and it's really amazing. Especially the best part is watching this movie on a big screen as we see Super Saiyan God Goku fights Beerus. And now the last one, which deserves to be number 1. Coming in at number 1, we got Wrath of the Dragon. This movie was so awesome. Word can't explain how awesome this movie was, as we see the Z Warrior helps get Tapion out of the box, and when Tapion gets released, he can't control the beast that's inside him. So he ends up releasing a beast named Huragon. And when we see Huragon come out of him, Huragon starts destroying all the city around him, and we see the Z Warrior comes together to take down Huragon. No one was a match for Huragon, especially with Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And we even see Mystic Gohan gets knocked out by Huragon. Everyone lost hope until we heard an epic scream, and that was Super Saiyan 3 Goku emerging. And when Super Saiyan 3 Goku comes out, he fights Huragon, and the best part of this movie was seeing Goku use his new attack, which was the Dragon Fist, as he killed Huragon with just that attack and ended up tearing Huragon. And like I said, word can't explain how awesome this movie is, and I think this movie will always remain number 1 because we see Super Saiyan 3 kill an enemy with a new attack, which is a Dragon Fist. Well, I can't say this movie is always going to be number 1. Let's see what happens for next year's Dragon Ball Z movie when that comes out.
Dragon Ball!
So that is my list, guys. As you see, I chose my top 10 Dragon Ball Z favorite movie, and all these movies to me are right now my top 10, and I think Wrath of the Dragon will always remain number 1. Who knows, maybe if the new Dragon Ball Z movie comes out, which will be by next year, that will be much better than Wrath of the Dragon, or maybe not. Let's just see what happens. If that movie ends up being better, then I might do a new update of my top 10 list. And good news for us, Funimation said that when the next Dragon Ball Z movie is being released, they're going to license it that same year and release it the same year. Unlike last year where Battle of God was released around 2013 and Funimation ended up licensing around 2014. But this year, Funimation said that when it comes out, they'll license this year, they'll license on 2015 and release it in theaters in 2015. Because of the success they made with Dragon Ball Z Battle of God. So that is all today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about my list and what is your top 10 favorite Dragon Ball Z movie of all time. I want to know your top 10. Write down in the comment section below and share with me what your experience for Dragon Ball Z movie is. That was all for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and as usual, everyone, have an insane day.
This is our fate, our battle! Amazing! How do you do it, Kakarot? Kakarot, I never knew you had so much power! Vegeta, you see this? This is Super Saiyan 3! How can a Saiyan fight like that, and at the same time be so gentle that he wouldn't hurt a fly?
You're better than me, Kakarot. You are the best.
I am a Saiyan that was raised on planet Earth. I will defeat you! My name is Goku, and I'm from Earth. Don't blame me if I break you.